Kovac! Mitchell's Kovac! Kastur! Kasturet! Kutugrevi! Kasturer!
Now we come to one of the biggest movie stories of the year, Heaven's Gate, the $36 million Western with a message that was first released last November in New York City, where it was thoroughly roasted by critics there and then pulled from release after only 1 week's run, pulled to be re-edited from its running time of more than 3.5 hours. I saw the long version of the film in New York back in November, and it was pretty much of a mess. Bad sound, confusing characters and locations. Now, however, the film's been cut by 40%. It runs 2 hours and 18 minutes, and it's still a turkey. Heaven's Gate, set mostly in Wyoming in 1890, tells the story of the Johnson County wars between a cattle growers association and immigrant farm families. In the film, the association draws up a death list of 125 immigrants and then hires thugs to have them murdered. Chris Christopherson plays the Harvard U.S. Marshal who wants to keep the peace. Christopher Walken plays a hired gun out to kill the immigrants, and French actress Isabelle Huppert plays a prostitute whom they both love. At her home, Christopherson confronts Walken, claiming that he failed to tell Huppert that her name is on that death list.
I appreciate your job anymore, kid.
Arrête! 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 Stop him!
He doesn't give a damn about you. He didn't see fit to even tell you himself.
Tell me what?
The association's got a death list. And your name's on it.
My father was killed that way.
Get up, Nate. I'm gonna whip your ass.
Stop, please, now! Stop, no, please, Tim, stop it. Ned, is it true?
I swear to Christ, Ella, I don't even know what he's talking about.
What's going to happen to me, Ned?
I asked you to be my wife, Ella.
Where are you going?
You know, I'm not going to let anything happen to you. I never have before.
Lots of screaming there, but one of the major failures of the film is that it doesn't adequately explain those relationships. We don't understand at all why Huppert likes Christopher Walken. She even charges him for sexual favors. The film concludes, as you might expect, with a pitched battle between the association, its thugs, and the immigrant families. But it's hard to tell the players without a scorecard because of all the dust in the air. This was intended, though, to be an important film that said something. To show us that the West was built upon more than just Indian blood, that it's in the nature of corporate America to run roughshod over the working class. Well, unfortunately, we get those points in about the first 20 minutes of Heaven's Gate, and for the next 2 hours, we have to suffer through one boring and sometimes laughable conversation after another, interspersed with meaningless activities like a roller skating party and a baseball game. It's mostly because of the illogical character relationships, though, that Heaven's Gate, in its long form and its short form, fails completely.
Okay, now I agree with everything you've said so far. I want to go on and add some more categories. First of all, this is the most unpleasant movie to look at that I can remember. Not only do you get all the dust that we saw in that scene, but in other scenes you have smoke, you have fog, you cannot see the people, you can't see what they're doing. Then every scene is shot in soft focus, and it's all toned down into sepia tones of kind of a dirty, muddy yellow, so that there's nothing pleasant to look at. It's almost as if they set out to spend $36 million and put almost nothing on the screen.
Well, the thing that bugged me was that there's dust in all the rooms. So on the interior shots, it's also a lot of fog. I think this is just an example of what can go wrong when you try to build a grand-scale movie and forget, for me at least, that the characters are all important. They've spent too much money on the props, not enough time on writing characters who are going to walk in front of the props.
I was really shocked. I went to see it. I thought, gee, it can't be as bad as everybody said it was as bad as everybody said.
Not in here!
I have nothing to say.
You better have a guaranteed warrant for every name on that list. Show me one for the man outside, right now.